probably really goofy, and that's fine. Oh, you can see my purse that Pat got me in the back. Anyways, we just got done eating dinner, and I feel okay, but I am kind of having a little bit of anxiety. I have to take Mr. D in the morning, first thing. Like where we live, you can get blood work done really early in the morning. Like the lab opens at 6 a.m. but it closes at like 1 or 2 p.m. so you like have to get in early. We're gonna take Mr. D in the morning to get blood work done because his endocrinologist told us to wait until the absolute last minute. I'm terrified he's gonna drop in the middle of the night and I'm gonna have to feed him, because I'm gonna have to feed him because he's a type 1 diabetic. I am going to have to feed him. I'm terrified that he's gonna drop in the middle of the night and then we won't be able to take him tonight. And then perhaps we're gonna have to take him on Monday because they're closed on Sundays. And what if the blood work doesn't make it back in time for his appointment and blah, 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 blah. You know, spiraling. I love to fucking spiral. Spiraling is one of my favorite things to do. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Ta! I am very worried about it. This is the first time that he is getting blood work done that he has had to fast, that I can remember. So we're gonna take him, we're gonna let him eat something at 11:30, and he takes forever to eat, so he'll probably get done right around midnight, and then cut him off, and then at 8 a.m. take him to get his blood work done. I'm terrified. Like, why am I so good at overthinking literally fucking everything? Oh shit, it's because you're your mom. Yeah. That's valid. You guys want to watch me take my wig off? I've actually loosened it up a little bit around the edges while I was sitting here playing Animal Crossing. Also, people that know how to do this and what they're doing, don't come for me. That's my only request in this. Oh! Bitch! I thought I was filming that entire time and I wasn't. Can you hear it? Look. I put this on my hair to slick it back. Because I get the little flyaways, and then I put this around the edges. And I literally sat here while playing fucking Animal Crossing and loosened this bitch up for like 10 minutes. I thought I was gonna have to explain to you guys that I washed my hair, so it wasn't glue anymore and hairspray and all that shit. It was water and Head and Shoulders. But I got really into my Animal Crossing and my hair's like half dry now. Could you imagine if I had a lot of hair? Or even a fucking normal amount? So, wow. So basically, don't put your fucking glasses on your forehead and then immediately flip them down on your face when your hair is wet. So I posted this TikTok. I actually posted it as a short, which is the whole point of me making TikToks. I like to repost them as shorts. But anyways, can we talk about something before I get into this quickly? Anytime that somebody uses one of your videos on YouTube, you get a fucking notification about it. So if somebody like clips your videos, remixes your videos, anything like that, YouTube will tell you. I got a notification the other day that someone had remixed one of my shorts. And out of curiosity, I click it and it is a tiny little girl. It is a tiny little girl talking about playing Roblox. Like the short is like me saying like something about that is not a crime, and it's talking about me playing on my iPad like a 4-year-old. She made one about her playing Roblox. Little children should not be making YouTube shorts. What are you doing? Ariana, what are you doing here? Anyways, I posted a short today that was originally a TikTok, and it's me talking about how I've been in therapy for 15 years, and I'm still traumatized, and how that, like, you know, shocks people. And this girl leaves me a comment, and she's like, I've been in therapy since I was 13, and I'm 30, and I'm still traumatized. Upside down smiley emoji. Oh, that shit runs right through me. It's so passive aggressive. It's so hateful. For what? Anyways, so I said back to her, I did reply, I said back to her, I should have been in therapy at 13, but none of the adults around me gave a shit enough about me to put me in therapy. And that is the honest to God truth. I probably should have been in therapy the moment that my face scraped my mother's vagina and I entered this world. But some of us, a lot of us, unfortunately, were raised by parents that didn't take us to the doctor unless welfare was breathing down their fucking neck. I don't have a single memory of my mom taking me to a pediatrician. The only times I ever remember her taking me to the dentist was whenever she would get calls from the school that I was screaming from a toothache and that she needed to do something about it. The only time she ever took me to the eye doctor was in 6th grade, whenever I failed an eye exam, and the Nurse Zyla, her name was Nurse Zyla, she had a personal vendetta against my mother because she knew that my mother had trained me and my brother to lie to authority figures. She told my mom, you don't take that child to get her eyes looked at and get her glasses. I will wreck your shit. She didn't take care of our basic healthcare. Baseline fucking bare minimum healthcare, let alone therapy. And let's be fucking for real here, guys. Let's be for real here. She wouldn't. My school offered me free therapy whenever I was in like 7th or 8th grade, when one of my friends told on me for self-harming. They offered me free counseling, and she said, absolutely fucking not. They pull you into a counselor's room, you don't say a peep. You know why? Because that bitch knew that she was the problem. Let's acknowledge something here. Anytime somebody has something bad happen to them, and they cannot, move through it, cope with it, heal from it, whatever the scenario is, at any age, that lands them in therapy. It's not a good thing. Therapy is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful tool. I love my therapist. I walk out of every therapy session feeling spectacular. But would I rather the things that have happened to me that landed me there not happen at all? Absolutely. And life is not about the struggle Olympics. Bitch, life is not about the struggle Olympics. I'll tell you that fucking much. There's always going to be somebody that's been through more than you, worse than you, etc. Like if you fucking spend your life participating in the fucking struggle Olympics, you are like robbing yourself of so much. You are. I mean, think about it. I have 2 dead kids, and I'm sad today because it's their birthdays. But I still have a roof over my head, a loving husband, 2 beautiful kids. But I still have 2 dead kids, and that still fucking sucks. And it just is what it is. And you would think at the age of fucking 30 that people would outgrow that shit, but no, they don't. I look like Austin Powers. I bet you can't unsee it now, can you? I bet you can't fucking unsee it now, can you? I'm not gonna cut my hair off, especially because I absolutely will look like Austin Powers 24/7, and that's just when I have these glasses on. Oh my god. Do you guys remember a couple of weeks ago, and I'm assuming it was a couple of weeks ago because it wasn't a couple of days ago and I can't fucking do timelines? I told you guys about that couple that was fighting on a live stream, and it caused me to pause everything and just fucking stare in utter disbelief. Because one, it's you guys do this. I can't imagine how in front of hundreds of people, I can't imagine how you behave when nobody's around. The way that I would not put up with that shit, neither would Epps, but also the way that if Epps and I were on a live stream and suddenly we got agitated with each other, I would cut the live stream off. Are you fucking... I think that's what any rational person would do. Why can I not look away? Oh my god, I feel like SpongeBob on that fucking episode where he gets the suds. Oh my god. Okay, I just woke up. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. It's 4:30. I got up really early this morning to take Mr. D to do his blood work, and he did fantastic. His blood sugar stayed steady all night, 130, steady all night. I was terrified that it was going to drop and I was going to have to feed him and we weren't going to be able to get his blood work done in time for his appointment, but thank fucking God he stayed steady all night and he did so good with his blood work. Like usually he fights him like a bear. Like usually he very much channels me at that age. I would fucking fight you like a bear if you attempted to give me a shot or like do blood work on me. Like I would literally take something that would take like a minute or less and make it take 30 minutes. Like that's my child. He did great. However, I went back to bed and fell back to sleep. I fucking slept until 4:30. Epps is home. I feel like I swallowed fucking shards of glass and chased it with lemon juice. I feel like somebody, like there's hot liquid underneath of right here. Really could do without the bouts of sneezing. Really could do without that. I wanted to go to Ollie's today. We got an Ollie's in town. I really wanted to go today. I can't go out feeling like this. I can't go out feeling like fucking SpongeBob and looking like SpongeBob when he got the suds. I can't fucking do that. I'm just really, I'm over it. Every fucking time the kids go back to school, this happens. Every time the school year starts, this is what happens. I end up fucking sick and I can't even find anything to dry up my nose. I can't find anything that will literally fucking dry up my nose. Everything that I'm trying is like, I don't give a fuck. If my nose would dry up, my throat would feel better. And I can't fucking get anything. Like, I'm thinking about trying Tylenol, cold and flu. It's just like, I can fucking feel, I can feel like the little shred of my soul leaving my body, knowing that I'm gonna have to spend money and how much money I'm gonna have to spend on it. At CVS it's like $13. On the off chance that it may not even fucking work. Well, I took Mucinex last night and it didn't do anything. I just went to Afterpay some medicine for Walmart pickup. And because it's basically $5. It's $4.50. They said anything that I choose to do for pickup, I'm not going to be able to pick it up until tomorrow because they need at least like 3 hours or whatever. So there's that. I've slept 10 hours. 10 hours. 10 hours. 5 hours and 53 minutes. Oh my god, there's spaghetti sauce on my screen. That's what I had, the one thing that I've eaten today. Epps brought me up a bowl of spaghetti and a piece of garlic bread. That's what I've had today, and I got fucking sauce on the screen. That may be the one valid criticism that my very mean ex had, was that my phone screen's always gross. It is. It is. I should probably clean that off. Anyways, I went to Afterpay some, medicine from Walmart, like do the Afterpay Walmart pickup shit, and it said that anything that I order at this hour, because it's basically 5 p.m., I can't pick it up until tomorrow. And in my head, if I can't get it almost immediately, then screw it. In general, I have this tendency to need things that I could order online and get, but I tell myself that that's too long to wait. And then like the 2 days or whatever passes and I'm like, man, I could have had that by now, but I don't want to wait. So then I just don't order it. And then 2 more days passes. And then before I know it, like 10 days has passed. And I'm like, wow, I could have had like 5. at this point. Oh my God. Guys, I look awful. I don't feel good, so don't bring it up. You can really tell the extent of the non-eyebrows and non-eyelash. I sounded like my grandma. Non-eyelashes that I have. And my face is super red. My face burns. Last night, like I got out of the shower and it was burning really badly. And I thought that perhaps it was that my skin was super dry. And I put some lotion on, like some facial moisturizer on just a little bit. And it made it even worse. I don't know. I don't know. I look like Jeffrey Dahmer with a giant forehead and brown hair. I can't find my brown glasses. I don't know where I took them off at last night. I can't find my brown glasses. But guys, I want to read something to you that I wrote at 4 o'clock this morning because I was spiraling. I couldn't fall asleep. And you know, when those are thinking hours. 3 to 5 a.m. They're fucking thinking hours. And doing yourself, you know, staying awake at 3 to 5 a.m. and you're not on the clock somewhere or even at home on the clock, you're doing yourself just a great fucking disservice. Because you just think. You just lay there or you sit there and you think, you know? And I even got up and started doing things to like try to distract myself. But nothing was working. So like I was going through my comments and there were several people that were like, Shay, this is so fucking manipulative. And I was like, holy shit, you're fucking right. So I wrote some stuff down. I did. That's like, I love getting people's like perspective on things because it's like, you're right. Like you're like, you are right. You are right. Like you're fucking right. I'm thinking about writing this down on a piece of paper, and throwing it away or burning it and letting that seal the situation up. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking like, and maybe if I write it down on a piece of paper too, I can add to it. You know how like this is like the first draft, you know what I mean? Maybe if I write it down, I can add to it. I don't know. I just need some form of closure and I had it and I feel like it got rehashed. You know what I mean? Like I feel like stupid ass like reopened wounds. So this is what I wrote, all right? I wrote this at 4:20 a.m. So I had to restart this because when he started like aggressively scratching her ass. I don't... Girl, are you all right? I'm starting to worry that the flea medication that we got her didn't work, but I'm also afraid to give her more flea medication, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't owe anyone friendship. I don't owe anyone time or space or energy, no matter how close we used to be. I realized how manipulative you are to bring attention to something that nobody had to know about. Me blocking you. You didn't have to tell anyone that that happened, and you chose to bring attention to it and to use flattery and my children to gain sympathy, to tug on people's heartstrings. You're so nice, how could someone not want to be friends with you? But the thing is, you are someone who is surface level nice, and I have always said that nice is a blanket term. Anyone can be nice. In fact, awful people can be some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. So nice that the hateful things about them can be viewed as minor flaws. But you're so good at being nice that the people around you don't even see how much you've manipulated them. I am so angry that you would use my children and then attempt to manipulate people in an attempt to manipulate people and garner sympathy. I am so angry that you would use me being a mom to 2 special needs children to manipulate people into patting your ass because I don't want to be your friend. You complimenting me is a manipulation tactic. You saying I'm a good mom is a manipulation tactic. You telling everyone that I blocked you and then it hurt you because how much you like me is manipulation, because you know what you did. I keep saying to myself that I don't owe you my friendship, but I don't truly believe that that is what this is about. I truly believe this is about taking a situation that most people would be embarrassed by and snatching the opportunity to get sympathy from it. One thing I have never liked about you is how you are someone that needs everyone's approval. You need everyone to like you. You need everyone to love you. And one time I told my abusive ex that I couldn't stand that about you, and he flipped out on me and said it was fine because some people care what other people think. But it goes beyond caring what other people think and straight into when you don't get someone's approval, it ruins your life. And to me, that is something that is disturbingly stupid. I go to bed in peace and I wake up in peace. And you made one failed attempt to re-enter my life, and you didn't even successfully do so. And you still drug drama into it. You didn't even successfully get in the door, and you hurt me. Imagine what would happen if I let you come in. I don't like you, and I don't want you around. Every part of me wants to list every reason why to really drive the point home, but I don't know if it will. You are an addict, and addiction makes people incredibly selfish, and nobody is obligated to deal with it. I have been on both the giving and receiving end of this, and now I see why people jumped ship on me. And even when you would have your bouts of sobriety, I didn't like you. You are a pick-me that has never been picked. Hateful, but accurate. Most of all, and why I'm thinking about this days later, is because you brought up my kids. You used my 2 disabled children that you are not even part of their lives to manipulate people and gain their sympathy. You used my children and their autism as a means to prove what a mean person I am to you for not wanting you around, and you hid it in the form of flattery. I don't owe you friendship. I don't owe you time or space or energy, and you want to cry that me blocking you caused you to grieve again, but you brought up my children, and you had to know that it was going to be screenshot and sent to me. I'm not sure if you intended to make me angry or if you intended to make me so sad that I would reach out to you, or if you just straight up didn't care. I don't care what the case is because it shows how far you'll stoop to manipulate people to get your ass patted and your ego stroked, because you'll bring up somebody's kids. The chances of me forgiving you before were 0, and now they're -10. Because you used my children as pawns. I'm sick of you. You're not even around, and I'm sick of you. Stay away from me and leave me alone. I just spent like 30 minutes looking for my glasses, and by 30 minutes, I mean 30 seconds, and they were on top of my head. So my face is so red. I don't know if it's part of being sick or if it's, I don't know what it is. Epps just went to Walmart to get me some Alka-Seltzer cold and flu. And I was gonna say that maybe if this doesn't work, I should take a COVID test. I think I should take one way or another. Because I think the chances of this like fully passing and like me being completely healed by the time that Mr. D's appointment are slim to none. Like, I'm about to go into a children's hospital. Like, yes, there are people that come and go for appointments, but there are also children that are long-term residents there. Kids there being treated for, cancer and all kinds of things. So I do not need to step into the doors of that fucking facility unless I know that I don't have COVID. And CVS has free COVID tests at the pharmacy. So I think I'm going to take a COVID test whether this medication works for me or not. But I am getting a little fucking freaked out about the fact that I have taken so many different brands and nothing is working. One way or another, I think I'm going to go tomorrow in the morning and get me a COVID test, because that is so fucking blatantly irresponsible. One way or another, I'm going to wear a mask. But it is so fucking blatantly irresponsible to walk into a children's hospital with babies that have, diabetes and cancer and all kinds of stuff, and you're sick. I'm also thinking maybe my ex-husband can drive him up there, which he is allowed to because he's my ex-husband. And my son recognizes him as a father figure, and he is on all of Dee's paperwork as a contact, like somebody that is allowed to have access to his medical information. I'm thinking maybe he could drive them up there and I could Zoom with them or something. Like, I know that that's like a lot of work, but me and Epps are the only 2 people that can accurately speak to that endocrinologist and be 100% accurate in the information that needs to be shared. But Epps has to be home for Mr. E. Epps has to be home to, you know, get Mr. E on the bus and get him off of the bus and everything like that. I don't know, like I'm spiraling. I'm spiraling, but also I think it's not I think it's not a responsible thing to walk into a fucking children's hospital when you're sick, you know? I have to get a mask. I know I have one. I know I have one that's still in the packaging. I need to find it, and if I can't find it, I need to buy one. Like one way or another. Like one way or another, I'm gonna wear a mask, but I need to take a COVID test. I don't feel good, so I feel like I'm gonna have a sneezing fit. I'm gonna wait for Epps to get home and then try some new medication and probably sleep for another 10 hours. I'll see you guys tomorrow, boy.